All right. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Crazy Spartan here. It's been, I want to say, about 3 months since I've done my last live stream here on the channel. Man, it's been a long time, bro. 3 months. I don't know what happened with the stream. I believe just because I backed out of Black Ops 3 to go to Black Ops 6. It cut my stream, so I want to apologize about that one. Probably shouldn't have done that one, Chief. Hopefully everybody can hear me. But yeah, man. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was okay. So, as far as me playing Call of Duty, right? Okay. Now, I understand that we are on Cold War Zombies right now. And there's a reason for that. Okay? For one, Black Ops 3, I feel like, for my channel at least, it's getting a little stale. Okay? As far as, like, Zombies content, I want to try and mix it up. I want to try and go back, play some of the older ones. We've played a lot of Black Ops 3. Haven't really played much Black Ops 4. I might have to re-download Black Ops 4 and give it a go. And I might have to change my loadout as well. Hopefully everybody can hear me though. Hopefully my voice ain't too loud. But man, I just wanna say before I get started off with this, man, I hate to know I'm in this position. I hate to know that I'm in the position of not wanting to play the franchise that I fell in love with in the first place. Okay? When I first started playing video games, man, obviously I was born in '96, right? So I'm about to hit Unk status, as my nephews like to call me. They like to call me old, but I'll be 29 in about a month or so. And I've been playing games as long as I can remember, man. I used to own a PlayStation Portable back in the day when it was cool to put it in your pocket, put it in your backpack, or whatever else. You know, I had a PlayStation 1, had a PlayStation 2, loved it. Used to play, like, Rayman, used to play Contra back in the day. You know, I played Game Boy Advance. I've played, you know, the old barbershop games, you know, the ones that be sitting in the corner while you're waiting to get a haircut. You know, so I've had no fair share of gaming and experience, right? Like I've always been around games. Games have been an important part of my life. And then in 2007, you know, when Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was released, it took, you know, it took the world by storm, I feel like. Like, because back then, another gaming franchise that I honestly felt like should have still stuck around, Medal of Honor, which I don't know why they didn't stick around. I guess it was because Call of Duty was about to become the biggest thing in the FPS franchise or whatever. And listen, I loved Medal of Honor back then. Me and my cousins used to play it all the time, back when we had the PlayStation 2 and, you know, everything else like that. But when Call of Duty, you know, came out, I just gravitated towards it. Like, I don't know what it was. I guess it was just this game that you could pick up and you could play and you could do it casually. You know what I'm saying? And we'll dive into, I feel like, the rise and then the fall of Call of Duty and what I can say that they can do to change it, right? But back then, man, you could just pick up, you know, Call of Duty and play it, right? Like that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of what made it fun for me was, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you had all these iconic characters, Captain Price, you know, you had Soap, you had Gaz, you know, from the original, Modern Warfare, the first one to come out. And, you know, stuff was good, man. Like, the franchise was just starting off. It felt really grounded. You know what I'm saying? It was relatively new at the time. And then, you know, Treyarch came out with World at War, which would go on to become probably one of the greatest Call of Duty games of all time. Probably a top 5 in some people's eyes. And we would be introduced to Reznov, who would become one of the greatest characters of all time, and then the next game to come out would cement Call of Duty forever, and that was Modern Warfare 2. Not the newest one that just came out. Not that one. We'll dive into that one in a little bit, Chief. I'm talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. Okay. Listen, 2009 was a great year. I mean, Kobe Bryant, you know, had just won his, what was that, his 4th championship, I think it was. He would go back to back in 2009, 2010. I was 13 at the time, so I was in like 6th grade, took a trip to Florida, got to actually watch the finals, and life was good, man. You know what I'm saying? And Modern Warfare 2 would also introduce us to some of the greatest Call of Duty characters of all time. Soap, you know, obviously Soap was in COD 4, but you know, he wasn't as prevalent as he is, or as he was back then. You know, like he is now. And, you know, Modern Warfare 2 just stands alone, you know, in terms of, like, just the overall impact that it had. Like, when people think of Call of Duty, I think, like, people think about Modern Warfare 2. You know what I'm saying? They think about the one-man army noob tubes. They think about, you know, they think about all these things that made Modern Warfare 2 fun. And it's sad to think that the new generation won't be able to really experience it. Which sucks. You know, then, in 2010, you had Black Ops 1, which, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 was, I mean, that's arguably my second favorite Call of Duty of all time. It's arguably my second favorite one of all time. I know that might be a hot take to some people. Black Ops 2 it's up there for my favorite one. But it introduced us to a lot of the people that would make the franchise what it was. You know what I'm saying? What it is. Well, not anymore. But so to kind of go back on, you know, COD 4, it was the first one to introduce, like, score streaks. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, Chief. I vaguely remember where stuff was at here. Like, I vaguely remember. Vaguely remember, we got 3 people watching the video. What's up? I appreciate everybody stopping by, man. But yeah, it introduced us to kill streaks. You know, it introduced us to the 3-round burst M16, which would probably become one of the greatest light weapons of all time. Thought I was gonna make it through that one, but all right, there we go. And one of the greatest campaigns of all time.
I got signal lock on. We're back to business. What happened? Satellite malfunction?
Oh, fuck me. It went through the portal. We should run some diagnostics.
Okay, like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I don't really remember. Because, dude, it's been so long since I've been on Cold War, man. It's been years, probably, since I've been on Cold War, but... But yeah, COD 4, man. Yeah, dude, I really don't know. Yeah, I vaguely remember, like, what to look for, I suppose. I don't remember. I might have to look up a guide on this crap, dude. But yeah, nah, man, like, COD 4 was one of the first experiences that got me hooked to Call of Duty, and, you know, first one to have major kill streaks, the first one to, there was a part up here, though, was there not? I think that might have been one of the parts for one of the wonder weapons, no? Because I do know that the canister over there is for the gas upgrade. Oh, we have the Ring of Fire upgrade. That's not really the one that I wanted, but it's gonna be the one that we stick around with, Chief. Not unless I can change it. Which I think I can. But to kind of go back to my point, though, it was just like back then, Call of Duty, they were, you know, they were changing stuff up. You know what I'm saying? They were innovating. They were innovating back in the day. Whereas now it's like we're going back. You know what I'm saying? We're going back. We're not innovating no more. We're doing the same thing over and over again, which people argued back then. They were like, oh, that's all Call of Duty is anyways, is the same game every year. But listen, bro, back then, no, it was not. Like, back then, every game felt different. Like, I could hop on Modern Warfare 2 and then hop on Black Ops 1, and they're two different experiences. From the way the game looks, from the way the game feels. I mean, the memories you make. Like, yes. Yes, the games were different, bro. And then you hop on, you know, Modern Warfare 2.
Picking up an unidentified hostile approaching your your
Oh, we got a big man.
thing's practically glowing radiation.
Dang, am I not hitting him?
You can't leave the job half done.
But the games just felt different. Like, they really did. You know, and then, you know, back then, you know, you had campaign, you had multiplayer, and then you had, the third mode, which was either Spec Ops or Zombies, right? Probably go Pack Punch right now. And let me just say that I honestly, me at least, I would rather play Spec Ops than rather play Warzone. I've never been a big Warzone guy, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. I've never been a big Warzone guy, man. Y'all know me on the channel. I've taken a crap on Warzone so many times just because I feel like it killed the franchise, which we'll dive into in a little bit here. And this what Deadshot Daiquiri there. We don't really need it, but
Raptor 1 has an exfil window open. Strike team. Call it in if you need to bug out.
And to me, like, every game just felt different back in the day. You know, even the third modes were different, right?
DIE signal detected. Initiating remote activation.
You know, Treyarch had Zombies, Infinity Ward, they had Spec Ops mode, right? And both of those modes were different. Both of them attracted different subsets of people, right? You know, and the thing is, I love both of them. I could play both of them. Yeah, we're about to go down here. Oh dang, we didn't get enough. Like I said, I could play both. I enjoyed both back in the day, right? Like back when Spec Ops first became a thing, you know, like, bro, listen, I played Call of Duty 4, well, I played COD, sorry, I played Modern Warfare 2's Spec Ops mode, loved it, right? You would try and get 3 stars, you would try and, like, you know, get a perfect score on each mission. And it would just give you something else to do, man. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, let's, you know, let's try and hop on this stupid freaking mode where we're probably gonna die because somebody's camping in the corner. Or, oh, we gotta survive this stupid freaking imaginary circle. Like Fortnite, right? And, like, personally me, back in the day, I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed Spec Ops mode because, for me, it was just fun, right? And then when Call of Duty Black Ops 1 came out, you had Zombies. Zombies was a thing back in World at War, but it was not as fleshed out as it is now, right? When you think about Black Ops, you know, when you think about zombies, you don't think about World at War. You think about like Black Ops 1, you think about Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 perfected it, which we'll dive into here in a little bit. And just for me, man, personally, I enjoyed both modes. You know, and then we got stuck on Black Ops 1 for a little bit. Black Ops 1, you know, you had some of the most iconic characters of all time in the campaign mode. I mean, Reznov, Mason, Woods, Bowman, Weaver, Steiner, Dragovich. You know what I'm saying? You had like all these like iconic characters. The campaign mode was just flushed out really well. You know, there was never a dull moment in that campaign, right? It's probably one of the best ones of all time, in my opinion, right? And then, you know, the zombies, right? I mean, this was the first time that they've ever had a DLC that was like really, really remarkable. Like, I'm talking like some of the best DLC that you'll ever play. I need ammo because I don't have any ammo. And it was just like, you know, you had Kino der Toten, which according to Chaos X Silencer is probably the greatest COD map of all time, like Zombies map at least, which it's not. But it was just the atmosphere. Like, it was the atmosphere, man. And we just don't have that no more. We don't have the atmosphere that we used to have, like, in gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna say that games feel the same anymore, because they don't. They don't. Like, any game that you play nowadays, it just feels like meh. Like, the effort is just, it's not there.
What will they think of next?
And, you know, I think it's just obviously because of AI, and, you know, if you can hire, well, if you can have a machine, you know, to do the work of another person for less, you would do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't have a lot of humans on the conveyor belts no more. That's why, you know, stuff is more easier to make, and it's, you know, it's just organic. A lot of stuff is. So, to kind of move on to Modern Warfare 3, or actually my fault, Black Ops 2 from Black Ops 1, it was Black Ops 2 in my eyes and a lot of other people's eyes is considered the greatest Call of Duty game of all time. Maybe people have Black Ops 1 over Black Ops 2, and that's your prerogative. I really, I would say Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are 1A and 1B, or 1 and 1A, however you want to put it. And I really don't much blame you. Like, if that's how you feel, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. You know, if you can come up with an argument of why Black Ops 1 is better than Black Ops 2, I'll hear it out. Just because I have Black Ops 1 and 2 like at number 1 and number 2, right? But Black Ops 2, it was the first futuristic Call of Duty game that we've ever had, and it will probably be the best one that we ever have. Okay? Introduced new characters, David Mason, you know, you had Admiral Briggs, who was like this hard ass admiral or whatever. I forgot the name of the voice actor that voiced him. He was the same guy that played in Final Destination as Death, I think. You know, rest in peace to him. Because I think his last movie was Bloodlines before he passed away. So shout out to him, because he literally gave us one of the greatest memes of all time with the cocksucker thing. But anyways, story mode, perfect. Like, when I say Black Ops 2 had a perfect story mode, like a perfect campaign, I don't even think I'll get a debate out of anybody.
I don't plan on leaving any of you alive.
Like, I just don't think that you will
Buddy.
get a debate from anybody saying that it wasn't one of the greatest story modes of all time. And it was the first Call of Duty game to introduce a branching storyline, which I don't understand why they don't do that more often. I can understand why, because there's no creativity there. They just don't, they don't care no more, right? And then you had the multiplayer. I mean, Black Ops 2's multiplayer was perfect. I mean, some of the greatest kill streaks of all time, some of the greatest weapons of all time. It introduced us to, like, you know, some of the best DLC we've ever had. You know, DLC camos were like $2 or $3 a piece back at the time. And this was 2012. You know? You know, Obama was in office for his second term. LeBron James was on the Heat. I mean, Drake was up and coming or whatever. Times were good back then, really, realistically speaking. You know, we thought the world was going to end because the Mayans predicted it. You know, just a lot of crazy stuff was going on back then, but it was a good time to be alive, man. It was a good time to be alive. Appreciate everybody stopping by on the stream, though, man. If y'all are enjoying the video, drop a like, and, you know, if y'all want to ask me anything, or, you know, if y'all want to hear my thoughts on anything, y'all drop it down there in the chat below. But man, you know, the multiplayer, like, me and my brother, you know, may God rest his soul, which I'm actually rocking his gamer tag right now, from back in the day, Crazy Gamer 23X, but we started a clan back then, which was the Crazy Clan, and we just had so much fun on the game back then, man. Like, you know, I would go over to his house on the weekends, you know, me and him would be playing, and he'll be like, hey, let's get the other boys on. I'm like, let's go. This was back then when I had a Xbox 360. I switched over to the PS3. Because I wanted my online to be free. That was back when the online was free. I don't know why we moved away from those times, but I digress. And Raheem, you know, he was telling me, he was like, brother, why don't you get your PS3? Get your PS3. I was like, all right. So I eventually caved in. I got a PS3, and you know, ever since then I've been on PlayStation, and I don't think I'm gonna switch back over to Xbox just because of him. So, um, but man, I I had some of the greatest memories of my life playing Black Ops 2, and they're talking about doing a Black Ops 2 prequel this year, or sequel, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And it's going to have wall running, it's going to have boost jumping, it's going to have omni movement, it's going to have 7,000 different movement systems, and it's just like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we freaking doing, bro? Like, which I'll dive into the downfall of Call of Duty here in a little bit, but it's just like,
There's an exfil window available.
like, come on, man. Like, it's, I don't know. But anyways, I had some of the greatest memories playing Call of Duty back in the day with my brother, man, and to see that we're getting this remaster, or reimagining, or whatever else you want to call it, a prequel, a sequel, a threequel, a mequel, whatever you want to call it, it just does not matter to me.
Should have stayed out of my way.
For me to sit here and tell you guys that I'm not going to be buying the new Call of Duty game this year, when I've been buying them every single year for the last, like, 15 years, give or take, 16, 17, however long, like, you know, I'm done. I will play the old ones until I can play them no longer. Like, I'm not about to sit here and you know, continue to play a franchise that I think is dying, like at least supporting the newer ones. I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm here to tell you guys today, don't go pre-ordering games. Don't do it. Get them when they're on a free trial. I'm gonna probably end up picking up Black Ops 7 on a free trial just to see what's up with it. If you're gonna listen to anybody, bro, about games, listen to people who have played the games for a long time. Like, for me, Blame Truth.
Exfil option closed. Raptor 1
If y'all don't know who Blame Truth is, man, you know, he's one of the greatest, like, Call of Duty YouTubers of all time, at least in my opinion. And I love watching him. I love watching Thunder, Tiago Spartan Beast. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all go check out his channel as well. Personally, if I had the money, I would create my own game development studio and call it Blacklist Studios, and just have have like the blacklisted YouTubers, the ones that people don't like, show up and let's create a Call of Duty game. Like, you know, I'd invite Blame Truth, I'd invite 402 Thunder, I'd invite Tiago Spartan Beast, and just basically all the people who are standing out against Call of Duty's BS. And we can just, like, create us a you know, like a Call of Duty killer. I mean, I know that's what X Defiant was supposed to be. And let's just talk about X Defiant. I know it's kind of off topic here, because I'm taking a trip down memory lane for Call of Duty or whatnot, but X Defiant, man. Y'all remember that game? Y'all remember how it was supposed to kill Call of Duty, and we were supposed to go back to when times were simpler? I will say this though, I really did like X Defiant. I really did. I loved X Defiant personally. I think if they would have had more time, more money, if they would have been more patient. Who was that? Who was that that developed X Defiant? Wasn't it Ubisoft? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what the situation behind that was. I think they just had no patience. And, you know, they're trying to suck the Call of Duty or suck the Warzone, the Battle Royale titty right now. Everybody wants the Battle Royale titty, which is sad because Battle Royale wasn't even a thing that was good up until Fortnite. I mean, yeah, you had H1Z1, you had PUBG, but those were very arcadey, mil sim kind of battle royales. And then you had, you know, Escape from Tarkov come out and essentially just change up the dynamic of that sub-series, right? But to kind of go back to Black Ops 2, the zombies mode, I call Black Ops 2 the perfect trifecta, because regardless of what 3 modes you play, all 3 have replayability out the wazoo. I mean, you can hop on campaign, and you can get, I think it's like up to 8 different endings, I think. Rather you let Menendez survive, rather you kill him, rather you let DeFalco survive, or rather you kill him, rather you let Fareed survive, or you kill him. You can let Harper have his face burned or not. You can have Chloe survive or not. You could have, you know, all these different things happen. And I can't tell you how many times I played the Black Ops 2 campaign. I probably played it over 5 or 6 times. Just because the replayability was there. Just because the replayability was there. And, you know, I enjoyed it. I loved it. Then when you hop on multiplayer, right? I mean, yeah, the highest mastery camo back then was Diamond. Which I would argue, you know, I would have loved it to have stopped at Diamond. I don't think we necessarily need a Dark Matter. Maybe they need to change up that strategy now, I guess. But all that to say, man, I mean, it's just there's a lot of replayability on Black Ops 2. Then you go to zombies. I mean, some of the greatest maps we've ever seen in the history of the franchise, right? Now, I've heard the leaks and I've heard the rumors that are saying that they're gonna bring back Transit, or they're gonna reimagine it, or whatever the case is that they're doing with it. It should have been done a long time ago. I think now it's too late. You know, we should have done it at the height of technology, when technology and the human creativity was good, and we don't have all this burnout. Because I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys right now, Call of Duty is in a state of burnout, and I just don't think it matters. Like, they can put Michael Jordan in the game for all I care, and it just don't matter. Like, it just does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can do what y'all want to do, man, but it's just not, at the end of the day, it's not.
Got an exfil option, strike team.
What is it gonna do? What is it gonna do for the franchise? You know what I'm saying? But to go back to Black Ops 2, I mean, you had Transit, you had Green Run, you had Die Rise, you have Mob of the Dead, which is probably a top 3 map of all time, if we're being honest here. Okay? Some people would even say it's the greatest one. And I mean, you have all these, like, great maps that we could have had them. We could have had them.
Can't die fast enough.
Like Zombies Chronicles. You know, back on Black Ops 3. Why didn't they do it on Black Ops 3? They should have put out number 2. They should have put out Zombies Chronicles 2. Why didn't they? I think that's one of the biggest regrets that they have. I feel like, at least. They should have done it.
They have no answer to a weapon like this.
Like, I mean, talk about a big opportunity. That's kind of like when Under Armour or Nike, when they messed up getting Steph Curry. They messed up big time. They put Kevin Durant's name on the slide instead of Steph Curry's name. They even spelled it wrong.
They're dead. You really thought you were gonna make a comeback?
Like, I know it's different sort of analogies, but the point stands, right?
Extraction window closed.
The point stands. And I just I don't understand it. But, you know, Black Ops 2 replayability is bar none, hands down, 100% the best. Somebody was asking me the other day if I could, you know, live off of one Call of Duty game, you know, and not play another one. It would probably be Black Ops 2. Probably would. Either Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 3. Either one of those 3, I am perfectly fine with having. Either one of the 3, I'm perfectly fine with having. And yeah. Then you have Modern Warfare 3 in 2013. No, that was COD Ghost, my fault. We actually skipped Modern Warfare 3. My apologies. But, you know, to kind of skip forward, you know, we come out with Black Ops 3, which would be the next futuristic installment we have after Advanced Warfare, which a lot of people were getting tired of the advanced future setting, and I was one of those people, which is why we haven't had a futuristic COD game in a while. Which I would say if they done it like Black Ops 3, I wouldn't mind having another one if they done it right. But like I said, man, I just don't want to play Call of Duty no more. I know that sounds kind of stupid considering the fact that I'm on a Call of Duty game right now, but I actually miss Cold War, man. Cold War was a really good game. A lot of people look on it with rose-tinted glasses, and, you know, you look at all the bugs, you look at, you know, the time period it was made in. You know, during the pandemic, which... What an interesting time to be alive, man, during the pandemic. You know, we got these pandemic babies running around here. They're built different. But, all that to say, Black Ops 3 was an interesting bag of candy, right? It was... Black Ops, other than Modern Warfare 3, 2023, sitting in a tree, with me, right? Which we'll discuss here in a little bit. But to kind of go back on it though, Black Ops 3 is one of the most interesting Call of Duty games of all time, just because it gave us one of the greatest memes of all time, the train go boom meme. And I started my YouTube channel with Black Ops 3, and I think it would only be poetic if I ended it with Black Ops 3. I feel like if I'm in that position to end it off on that note. But you know, the campaign mode was obviously not good. Okay, it was horribly put together. I don't know what they were thinking, man. I don't know what they were thinking. I think they had different ideas on what they wanted to do. And let me just say this for any of you guys who don't know the current Call of Duty situation that we have floating around here nowadays. The studios, they don't like working together. You know, it's all about, you know, too many cooks being in the kitchen kind of deal, right? And there's no continuity nowadays with the developers. It's all like, oh, I say we should do this, I say we should do that kind of deal, right? Whereas back in the day, you had Treyarch doing their own thing, you had Infinity Ward doing their own thing, you had Sledgehammer doing their own thing, Raven Software was kind of that back-end developer, if you will. And it worked back then. So, with the multiplayer from Black Ops 3, I loved it, personally. I think if you're gonna base any advanced movement game off of anything that we've seen in recent history, you do it like Black Ops 3. You do it exactly like Black Ops 3 to a T, right? Remove Omni movement, do it like Black Ops 3. That's it, period. Okay? But I'm gonna talk about how to fix Call of Duty here in a little bit. But Black Ops 3, the multiplayer at least, felt amazing. I loved it. The only thing that I would say puts a blemish on Black Ops 3 for the multiplayer side is supply drops. Supply drops. I know y'all haven't heard that term in a while, but it was a thing. It was a thing. And, you know, I don't know if the pandemic babies were around to see that one. They might have been. But they probably weren't, you know, too crazy into it. But to kind of just stay on that point about Black Ops 3, the multiplayer was great. And then you had the zombies, arguably the greatest of all time. I think it introduced us to two of the top 5 maps of all time with Shadows of Evil and Der Eisendrache. I think Der Eisendrache is probably the greatest Call of Duty map of all time. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are probably like, oh, where's
Got an extraction window.
Mamba the Dead? Where's Origins, right? They're up there. They're up there, for sure. So, but as far as like Call of Duty maps go, man, Black Ops 3 was doing it right, bro. You know, we had like some of the greatest original maps of all time with Shadows and DE, right? You know, then you had Zombies Chronicles come out with Moon, Shangri-La, The Giant, you know, Origins. That was the time for Treyarch or Activision, and listen, when I talk about the development studios in a negative light, some of it does come from them because they are some of the ones that sort of create the games, right? But Activision just greenlights it. Activision is the one that says, hey, this looks okay, you know, release it. Whereas, you know, the developers, they're the ones developing the game. The publishers, they're the ones just putting it out, right? So, I say all that to say is, if there was any point in time where they should have done Chronicles, it was Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 had the perfect engine to run Chronicles on. Had the perfect engine to run it on. Alright, let's be careful. Had the perfect engine to run it on. And this might be a hot take, but I actually enjoyed Cold War's engine. I really do. I love the fluid movement. The only thing is I don't like is that you can't do the sprint and jump thing that you could back in Black Ops 3. But other than that, I love Black Ops Cold War's perk system. I think they should have stayed with it for Black Ops 6, but Black Ops 6 just sucks, bro. I hate Black Ops 6 with a passion, okay? But Black Ops 3, man, one of the last good Call of Duties that we had, okay? Then you move into the skill-based matchmaking era, right? Where you have Modern Warfare 2019, you have Cold War, you got Vanguard, you have Modern Warfare 2 2022, Electric Boogaloo, it's Dorbin time, as Blame Truth likes to call it. Then you had Modern Warfare 3 2023, and then you had Black Ops 6 come out last year. Well, 2024 heading into this year, right? And from a graphical perspective, let me just say Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the most beautiful COD games I've ever seen. And the sound engine was perfect. Okay? Footsteps are too loud, which that was a common criticism a lot of people had. But as far as a narrative standpoint, and as far as a graphical and technical standpoint, Modern Warfare 2019 was a great game. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Was it the best gameplay-wise? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think now that we have Black Ops 6, I honestly look at Modern Warfare 2019 in a better light. I used to think Modern Warfare 2019 was the worst Call of Duty we've ever had, other than Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 2023. But I think Black Ops 6 it takes the cake now. It really does. It takes the cake for me. And I'll dive into some of the reasons why here in a little bit. But whoo. But the skill-based matchmaking era of games, they look good because they switch up the engine, you know, blah blah blah. But they just don't play good. And I guess that kind of segues me into the point of what happened, right? With Call of Duty. The big thing I feel like is skill-based matchmaking and engagement optimized matchmaking. Okay? The creator of SBMM or whatever the case is, he said, I think his name was Joel Osment or something, whatever the freak his name was. He was saying that Black Ops 2 had skill-based matchmaking in it. He was saying that the older COD games had skill-based matchmaking in them. I disagree with that. Because guess what? I played them back in the day. And I had some of the best times of my life playing those games. I did. I loved it, dude. I loved playing Black Ops 2 back in the day. I loved playing Black Ops 3. Even Black Ops 4's SBMM was not bad. And that one came out in 2018. That was before they killed Call of Duty with the engagement optimized matchmaking system we have now. Okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all that SBMM and EOMM are not the same thing. They're different, okay? Skill-based matchmaking is the parameters of matching people based off of skill, hence the name skill-based matchmaking, right? Whereas engagement optimized matchmaking, it matches people based off of engagements and the way people play. Okay? So, if I'm matched up with Timmy No Thumbs, and we're talking about skill-based matchmaking here, they're gonna put Timmy No Thumbs on my team because I'm an above-average Call of Duty player. Whereas, in terms of engagement optimized matchmaking, they're gonna do everything in their power to make sure that I'm as bad as Timmy No Thumbs is, to make Timmy No Thumbs seem like Optic Scump. That's the best way I could put it. And I think that was a perfect analogy on how skill-based matchmaking is versus engagement optimized matchmaking, I should say. Dude, I am messing. Oh my god, I was messing his life up. Yeah, let's try not to go down there, bud. But oh shoot, oh shoot. Alright. Alright, let's get on out of there. But to kind of, you know, go back on it, right? They tried their hardest, and they're still doing it because the matchmaking system, the engagement optimized match, is still here. And I don't think it's gonna leave until they start bleeding players, right? And that's the reason why I quit playing Black Ops 6. Was because of the strict matchmaking, right? The engagement optimized matchmaking. I don't care about facing people that are better than me. That's how you get better. You know what I'm saying? My cousins back in the day, man, they used to mollywop me on Modern Warfare 2 back in the day. The OG one, right? You know, they were dropping tactical nukes on me. Right?
American know-how wins every time.
You know, they were dropping streaks on me back in the day. But I was like, you know what? I got tired of it. I was like, hey, let's learn. Let's learn. And then that's how that happens. You know what I'm saying? The little Timmy No Thumbs nowadays, they want everything handed to them. Right? They don't want to get up and learn the nuances of the game. They don't want to get on here and learn angles, learn how to listen to footsteps. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. And the skill-based matchmaking, engagement optimized matchmaking era that we're in, it's tailored to them. So, as far as I'm aware, you know, it just... The experience isn't authentic no more. It's the same experience, you know, game after game after game. Everyone plays the same. Everybody's booty sliding around corners. You know, you pray that you get an easy lobby. And it's just like... That's one of the things that killed Call of Duty, right? And I'm about to go on ahead and segue into what Call of Duty needs to do to fix it, okay? With Black Ops 7 coming out this year, they need to stop with these yearly releases. They need to give it up. Releasing a new Call of Duty game every year, that's not doing anything but causing franchise fatigue. That's all it's doing. That is all it's doing.
Exfil available.
It's just causing the franchise to take a dip. And there's no value in Call of Duty no more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like going out to eat every day at the same place. You know what I'm saying? I used to love Zaxby's. But since I eat it every day because I work, and it's what's closest, I've gotten tired of it. Every once in a while, I have to go to Chick-fil-A. I have to go to KFC. I have to go to McDonald's every once in a while to mix it up. But all that to say, they need to stop with this yearly release stuff, man. They have to. If they want the franchise to succeed, if they want it to be relevant in the next 5 years, bro, if Call of Duty don't change, and if they don't change now, when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, ooh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's gonna be hell on wheels. It's gonna be hell on wheels. And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I want the COD franchise to die, because I don't. I love Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty has kept me out of so much trouble. It's kept me, you know, it's kept me level-headed. It's kept me sort of reinvigorated. Actually, funny enough, Modern Warfare 2 was the game that inspired me to join the military. Because I wanted to be like Captain Price. I wanted to be like these cool guys. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be like them. But now you got these freaking stupid anime dildo Bella Delphine tracer packs that you buy for $30, and you got freaking the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the game. You got Jay and Silent Bob, which, shout out to Jay and Silent Bob. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If you don't owe me so, I'm OEO-yo. That jungle love. Yeah, OEO-yo. Anyways, I love Jay and Silent Bob. But when you put them in a game that's based in the what, the 90s? Jay and Silent Bob, that was what? Early 2000s? Late 2000s? I think.
Why don't you learn your lesson?
If you're going to do anything in the 90s, do Scream. Do Michael Myers. Leatherface. Pinhead. all the other iconic franchise like Terminator, which they have in the game, right? The fatigue needs to stop. Every year releasing the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? The next thing, engagement optimized matchmaking has got to go. It's gotta go. Okay? You can keep skill-based matchmaking in the game. Activision, we're not telling you to take out skill-based matchmaking. What we're telling you to do is quit manipulating people's experiences on a molecular level. Right? Quit analyzing how many times I booty slide around a corner. Quit analyzing how many rounds I fire before I reload. Because, listen here, they actually have all that data. Or, as Blame Truth likes to call it, the data. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have all the data. They have all of it. Right? All that to say, you know, it's a lot of cloak and dagger stuff. They're so secretive about that. And it's like, I just don't trust them. I do not trust Activision as far as I could throw them. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta quit with these algorithms, man. They really do. Why So Serious done a perfect breakdown of it, I think, on Cold War. Which is the game I'm playing right now.
Things are heating up now.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What will they think of
get the algorithm out of here. We don't want to see it. People already have enough going on in their personal lives as it is right now. There's a reason why we escape world's problems using Call of Duty. There's a reason. There's a reason we have video games to escape real life problems. Gaming used to be a place where we could go to escape those problems. It ain't no more. Where you got Call of Duty bundles costing... it's like, hey, do I want to eat today or do I want to buy this $30 Jay and Silent Bob skin, right? Do I want to buy my kid this $25 weapon tracer pack that he wants, or do I want to put gas in my car to go to work the next day? You see what I'm saying? And the engagement optimized matchmaking, man, it's just gotta go. It's gotta go. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may think it helps with retention. You may think it does. But it doesn't. It does not help with retention, man. You know, you're killing the franchise. You're not saving it. You're not like prolonging it. You're killing it.
I'm working through some anger issues.
Then to kind of go like continue on it, like with the things that they need to fix, you know, hire really good people. I know that sounds kind of like obvious, but this whole DEI thing, and I'm not about to get political here on my channel because that's not what this channel's for. Okay? I'm here just to talk, you know, Call of Duty, to put it out there, you know, like Call of Duty stuff, right? But with this whole DEI agenda and with everything that's going on nowadays, hiring the best people for the job should be paramount. Okay? I'm not saying to discriminate people based off of race, based off of height, based off of what they had for dinner last night. I'm not saying that. I'm saying hire the best people for the job. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you got purple hair and you know how to code, hey, welcome to the team, brother or sister, or, you know, whatever you are, whatever you want to proclaim yourself as. I don't care if you're a Snickers bar. If you want to work here and you're good enough, cool. But devs are just not talented no more. They're not. Okay? Hire the best people for the job. Okay? The next thing. We need to move away from the Black Ops series, the Modern Warfare series. Create another series. Create another sort of universe, if you will. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of cool knowing that I can play as Captain Price in this game. I think that's cool. You know, because he's an Infinity Ward character. He's a Modern Warfare character. And I think it's cool that in Modern Warfare games, I can play as Woods. I can play as Mason. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, hire the right devs for the right job. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be more continuity at the studios, right? As far as developing these games. It can't always be like, oh, Daddy Sledgehammer says we need to nerf this weapon a certain way, and oh, Daddy Treyarch says, oh, this map should have a barrier right here or something, right? There needs to be continuity in the studios, right?
I'm just stringing the kills together.
Because there is none. I mean, if you're gonna have all these studios working together, have them in certain sections for certain things. Period. If it's a Black Ops game, Treyarch should be the ones main streaming the game, because it's a Black Ops series. Whereas if Infinity Ward's developing it and it's a Modern Warfare game, have Infinity Ward at the head of the game. Right? It's kind of like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine's mentality, right? But there's just no continuity there. And I feel like if there was more continuity, it wouldn't be as bad. And I said my point earlier.
Bonus kill.
They need to quit developing these games every year. Do it every 2 years. Every 2 years. Okay? You know, every 2 years is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, for 2025, they could have said, okay, we're gonna, you know, work on Black Ops 6. We're gonna continue supporting it. And in the meantime, we're gonna work on Black Ops 7 and release it in 2027. And then every other year, you do a remaster. Or every so often, you do a remaster, right? I think that's why they haven't really remastered a lot of COD games, is because they're waiting on the opportunity. They're waiting on the perfect time. And so you know, regardless of the game that you want to remaster, you know, just support it for the year. Have a dedicated crew, you know, kind of putting updates on it, putting like finishing touches on it, release all the content for that year. Bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle, right? Then, have your mainline studio working on the next game. You gotta pay them more, pay them more. Activision is a billion-dollar company. They make billions of dollars every year. Why are we having these devs like stretched so thin? And that's the other thing. They're just stretched thin. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of understand that fatigue, right? When you're tired, you're tired. I get it. So that's just one of those things that they can work on that.
Exfil window available.
You know what I'm saying? Then the next thing, get rid of Battle Royale. Get rid of Warzone. If you're not going to get rid of Warzone, reintroduce Blackout. Which I think that's what they're planning on doing, or the sort of rumors are leading up to that. But I would just say get rid of it. If I'm being completely honest, I would say get rid of it.
Raptor 1 is headed your way. Complete extract.
Now, like I said, get rid of it. Like, I would say, just get rid of Warzone altogether. Go back to focusing on zombies. Go back to focusing on, Spec Ops and, zombies. Warzone should not be a priority. If you're gonna focus, if you're gonna have a team for Warzone, then, that's cool, I suppose. But just make it to where Call of Duty is not based off of Warzone and Warzone alone. You know what I'm saying? Create an identity for Call of Duty. Call of Duty has no identity no more. They don't know what they want to be. They don't know if they want to be Fortnite. They don't know if they want to be Apex Legends. They don't know if they want to be Battlefield. They don't know if they want to be any of these other games. So, that's just what I would say. So, but yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by on the stream. I really do appreciate it. Probably in our next stream that I want to do, I might play some Mauer Toten, might play some Firebase C. We'll see how it goes. Kind of mix it up here on the channel. We have not played Cold War in a long time, and I kind of feel like it was really good to get back on Cold War, man. So I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by on the stream. I really do appreciate the support. Y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe, make sure your notifications are on so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. And until then, you guys, y'all stay motivated. Oh, before I head off of here, actually, I just want to point out, thank you guys for the support on the last video that I did, the Splitgate video. I'm gonna try and get back on Splitgate, man. I haven't really been on the game that much. It's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded my first gameplay on there, and you guys really did support the UFC 316 videos, or the UFC videos that I do on the channel, so thank y'all for that. I'm gonna try and see if I can get Forza That's going to be probably the next series I want to do on the channel. But thank you guys, man. Y'all have been really, killing the support. So I just want to say thank you again. And as always, if y'all enjoyed the content, y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe, turn your notifications on so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. Hopefully this serves as good background noise for whatever you're doing. And until then, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that Mamba mentality, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.